Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love, everybody. Thank you for chiming in tonight. You are live here in the classroom with us tonight. We're going to be talking about February's Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, and we're going to be talking about, what that look like for our teen girls and boys, and ways that we can get them, some resources and just shine light. I'm gonna be shining light tonight on the social media clues that a teen may be in a domestic violence relationship. And the reason why is because my daughter, when the incident happened to my baby girl, when she was murdered, a lot of people didn't know that she was going through what she was going through. But there were certain clues on social media that she was putting out there showing that something could have been going on. Her relationship could have been startled, or there were things in her relationship emotionally that she did not understand. So tonight I'm gonna tap into those. Then we got, of course, Mama Cherie gonna come on and do what she do. And Tia is out tonight. Everybody who was expecting Tia to be here tonight, she is out tonight. She not feeling good. I'm gonna have a little something to say about her too, because she went out and attended Luke Seymour in Northeast Washington, D.C. school, alternative school in D.C. for 2 sessions, 2 different days. And so she had one group of students, and then on the second day she had another group of students. And so I'm gonna chime into that as well very quickly tonight. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and chime into what I'm gonna chime into. Scrolling and trolling, verbal abuse. So we talking about who is he or she type. So who is your type? Or when you get behind that computer, what are you imagining as a teen boy, teen girl? Who are you hoping to meet on the other side of that computer, which could ultimately pose some recklessness for you? Because if you meet somebody online and they behind that computer, and especially after a certain amount of time, they've never shown you who they are. They've never established anything about who they are from online. Also, what about our teen boys and girls that are getting hit up in the DMs? They're getting hit in their private DMs. And I was just at Dunbar, and one of my students was mentioning pedophiles being in her school, and how, it was a pedophile. She felt like he was a pedophile trying to talk to her, you know what I mean, and trying to get her to go in some spaces and places that's not right in that building. What about that? What about all of our teen boys who are getting into these seemingly relationships with older women? We do know that if an older woman is going to have sex with a younger man, it could potentially damage their psyche and land them in places and spaces that that is not good, that is inappropriate. Even though he's a young man, and you want to try to make him not be a certain kind of way in terms of his sexual orientation, is inappropriate. And the child not crazy, you are. My young people not crazy. You gone at that dinner table when you sitting there giving out trophies to our young boys for having sex with grown women. And if they did it to you back in the day in the South, your peoples is crazy. All right. And they more crazier than those secrets that be in Nevada. I mean, I just think it's outrageous how you sitting at the dinner table and your son is being touched by that grown man or that grown woman at the dinner, and you still allow them to come to the dinner table. And our elder community be knowing who the pedophiles are in the family. They be known for the most part. You know everything else. Oh, but you don't know that he or she is a pedophile. Whatever. You're not getting ready to run that on me. You're not.
Yeah.
So in terms of that, we got to be careful when our young people are meeting somebody online. All right. We want to pay attention to what they scrolling and strolling to, and you know what I mean? Who's trolling them? Who's scrolling through their stuff and trolling them? You know what I mean? Like, because grown men and women are looking for candidates to snatch up and make them disappear, and you never see your child again. And they can end up in the trafficking ring, for all we know, the sex trafficking ring. What social media clues do teen boys post? Teen boys may post songs and vow to have no trust. I am a loyal person, tired of being wrong. Um, she doesn't, man, she doesn't care. I just need to keep getting high. I'm depressed. Nothing is going right. So all of these things I've seen young men post, and not only that, I got this information right here from my young men at Easton High School. And this is what we talked about what some of the young men could post in terms of their relationships. So what are those clues in terms of that question? What are the clues that our young people be tweeting, putting in the DMs, and also coming across the text messages, threatening one another? What are those clues? What are the clues? Our teen girls gonna be the same thing pretty much. They post songs and they vow to have no trust. They consider themselves loyal and don't want to be done wrong. They want to jump off the bus and beat the girl up. But just when I was at Dunbar, the girls, I said, "Oh, so y'all not gonna jump off the bus and beat the girl up?" They said no. They said they will get off the bus and come to him. They said that the girl is not their problem. It's the guy who's their problem. I said, well, oh, okay, well, shoot, somebody doing their job then. In the relationship department, because sisters do not need to be fighting over no man or over no woman. It don't, like my mom used to say, it's plenty more fish in the sea, honey. Get you some. Okay. What clues do our LGBTQ community post? The same thing. They might post songs, they post things about not having trust, they post things about them being loyal, but being wrong. They post things about being stressed, and they also will come and beat your butt too. All right. So think about that with our three different teen populations where they're posting these things. Now, I come over here to this slide really quickly. Smiley social media clues. So here's some of my daughter's clues. I'm hurting myself trying to chase a fairy tale. And she tweeted that on 6/21, my birthday, 2016. All right, she tweeted that. So right then and there, that's a clue to say she's saying, you know what I mean? I guess she probably was like, I'm putting out love, you know what I mean? I got big hopes and dreams for my relationship, but he don't. You know what I mean? But he don't. So she felt some kind of way about that, about her baby father, now murderer. Go figure, doing what he was doing to her, and it's supposed to be I love you relationship. Okay. Our sisters got to stop moving so fast. Y'all be moving too fast. She said, I had zero intentions of starting over with someone new. So she tweeted 7/24, 2016. All right. So this was like a week before he killed her. She was tweeting that. See how the mixed emotions are? I'm hurting myself. And then the next one is I have zero intentions of starting over with somebody new. Right. In that, when she's saying I had zero intentions of starting over, she's saying, look, I'm trying to do this with you. Like, I want to be loyal to you. I want to be in this with you, but you keep acting funny. I don't want to be with nobody else. That's what she's saying. Lately, he's been telling me he loved me. Should I run? She tweeted that on 7/28/2016. He murdered my daughter on 7/30/2016. So within a matter of a couple of days, she tweeted that right there. Should she run? Yes. And all of y'all that's experiencing these media clues like that, you need to run too. Let's talk about number 2, the emotional outbursts that come with some of the relationships. It's just crazy. Why do teens vent on social media? They can't afford therapy and they have no one to talk to. Well, I only ever did that when I was so sad and it felt weird telling someone. That's the thing right there. They be feeling weird. They definitely be feeling weird about telling a friend or family member or for why. My thing is, why? You supposed to have that, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to have that dinner table that you could talk to, and we're gonna get into it a little bit more deeper. All right, kind of rant like it's less about having someone listening to you and more like just formulating something and sending it out into the world. So this person is saying it's more just like formulating something and sending it out to the world. It's not like to really have somebody listen to you. It's just putting your emotions out there to the world. I guess what? Because maybe somebody else could be feeling like that. Like my daughter was feeling like that. You see what I mean? So maybe somebody else could be feeling the same thing. So you tweet those things. And maybe, you know what I mean? People will be like, yeah, me too. They start, or DM, they start, chiming into you, trying to figure out, I feel the same way. Sharing emotions online partner or in-person partner. Most notably, those students who had sent a sext, so that's the sexting, sent a sexting to another person were nearly 5 times as likely to be the target of digital dating abuse as compared to those who had not sent a sext. So my young man, we was in the classroom again. So I asked my young man, are y'all sending pictures across these phones that, is over your chest, your private area, and these little, the nice little box drawers and stuff that our brother said, because I have 2 sons, and I know you, Mom, because you got what, 2 or 3 sons? You said 2 sons?
I have 4 sons.
You got 2 sons or 4?
No, 4.
4 sons. You got 4 young men, okay? So you know how some of these ladies can get when they see certain things, when our brothers are exposing certain parts of their bodies. And we talked about how that potential partner can use that for sexual exploitation. So and blackmail. And so now, since you're not doing what that person want them to do, they ready to blackmail you and put all your business out put all your pictures out on the computer. You see what I mean? And send friend request your mother. They be friend requesting your mother. They be friend requesting your grandmother. They be friend requesting your family, your job. Like, brothers and sisters, y'all got to be careful. Literally. Specifically, 81% of the students who have been the target of digital dating abuse had also been the target of traditional dating abuse. So not only were they abused digitally, but in person as well. Both female and males anticipated more distress from electronic victimization in dating relationships and friendships. And right here, that go back to what I was saying. Because our young people, girls and boys, be sending stuff to people online through your phone. And the minute you don't want to be with them, and you in a whole nother state, but the minute you want to call it all, they got all this stuff for you. And hunty, trust me, most of them are going to post it. So, like, what does that female boy or girl do? Because at that point, they are stuck between the rock and the hard place. Let me move forward. We're going to get a little deeper. Number 3 is isolation. Teens are brainwashed. They definitely are. They brainwashed too, to believe that it's love. To believe, isolation is a tactic that abusers use to brainwash you. And they use those things, instant or online messaging. 69% have spent time with their significant other using instant or online messaging. 69%. So you not at your job. Or if you at your job, you on your phone. Most of the time that you at work, you on your phone with some 69%. 69%. You just always in your messaging. Okay, think about that. Messaging apps. 49% have used messaging apps to stay connected to their partner. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. They know all the apps. Will switch up the apps order. But let me tell you the apps they don't know. Them ones that the abuser can get the same text message as the victim. Them ones where the abuser can get the same phone call as the victim. Them ones when the abuser can show up at your spot and be stalking you in various locations because they got your spot. I asked my young man again, I said, look, do y'all think it's good to get your passcode out? Some of them said no. Some of them said she could give me hers, but I can't give her mine. Now, whatever. Now, if these days, if a female give you their passcode, you're going to give them yours. 16% of teen daters have been required by a current or former partner to remove former girlfriends or boyfriends from their friend list in Facebook, Twitter, or other social media. So you can't even be friends with your ex. Video,
Controlling.
video chat is 55% say they have spent time with their partner on a video chat. So you not doing your homework. Like you not in college. You not focused with no 55% on the video chat.
Mm-hmm.
That's like you gotta eat, you gotta go to the bathroom, you might have to take a dump, you might be in there for a minute. You on the video chat.
Yeah.
You basically are glued to the video chat. Why do teens? This one is like a lightning slide. That's why it's popping around like that. Why do teens upload self-harm videos on social media? Some say
Mm-hmm.
normalization of it all, that is normal for this generation. And then the other piece of that is that it's competitive. You put your videos against somebody else and see who get the most likes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the video of hurting somebody, of hurting your potential partner in a relationship.
Wow.
Last will be grooming. Grooming is serious because I got to groom you while I'm on a computer. And do you not know? To me, it's easier to groom that teen boy or girl while y'all on the computer. If you ask me, I mean, because I could be getting into your head and telling you anything. You're not going to ever see me nowhere. You know what I mean? It's you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to ever see me nowhere. So you're going to be wanting to believe. And then abusers, teen abusers are very manipulative. The females and the males. They know how to tell somebody what they want to hear when you always in another state.
Mm-hmm.
A brief story on grooming. Grooming could be done by anyone of any age or gender and could be done in person or online. There is an increase in online grooming as social media profiles enable people to remain anonymous. You are in love with somebody that is a pedophile or that is into the sex trafficking rings for the males and the females. You might be in love with a professor who got a family. You know what I mean? But he come here and troll, or she come here to troll. So you don't never really know who you talking to in situations like that. It's going to be very it is really it's really disgusting. That's the word for it. I don't know, disgusting. How common is grooming How common is grooming on social media? There are an estimated 500,000 online predators each day. Each day, there are 500,000. Did I say millions or thousands? 500,000
Thousand.
online predators. Active is the key word right here, Mama Cherie. Active each day.
Mm-mm-mm. That's
Children between
ridiculous.
the ages of 12 and 15 are especially susceptible to being groomed or manipulated by adults they meet online. According to the FBI, over 50% of these victims of online sexual exploitation are between the ages of 12 and 15. So the FBI is stamping the situation right here and right now. It's crazy. Female youth reported significantly higher perpetration rates with regard to cyberbullying, while male youth reported significantly higher rates of physical bullying. So our females be online tearing their butts up, and they do. And now young men want to see you in person and tell you what, basically, put you down all that from the top to the bottom, and treat you bad. This is the 500,000 just got me all upset.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Feel free to ask any of your questions. I'm gonna go back to Mama Cherie. Here's the resources if you want to reach out and talk about this subject a little bit more. We should not just wait until February, Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, to be having these conversations at our dinner tables with our young people. We got to start when they are young, helping them identify at least 3 to 5 years old their body parts.
Yeah.
Right? Helping them speak the language that belong to their body parts.
Mm-hmm.
right? If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Okay. So we don't want little children to not know that it is their vagina or their penis that is being touched by someone. We want them to have the words that they need to use to
Mm-hmm.
identify with what could be happening to them. Thank you for letting me share. Come on in, Mama Cherie, girl, and Ted up. Okay.
Okay, I'll share these. 1.5 million high school teens throughout the U.S. have admitted fighting their partner.
Mm,
1 in 3 teens have expressed how they have been sexually violated by their partner.
right.
And a lot of teens, they think because, first of all, they're not emotionally mature enough to handle the kind of relationships that people want out here now. They're not.
Yeah.
And so therefore they think it's kind of cute when a
Mm,
guy or a girl is constantly saying, "Where you at? Who you with?" "Oh, he loved me. He always want to know where I'm at. She always want to know where I'm at." No, that's signs of controlling you
right.
to see where you are and who are you with.
Right.
Um, especially let's go and the stalking. I went to the mall and he wound up there too. That's a
Yeah.
sign. How he know you there? You told him. And so he's
Yeah.
going to, or she's going to go up to the mall or wherever you're going to go and check to see if you're there. I've had some teens say that. I went to the movies, and when I came out the movies, he was parked outside. Well, that's
Right.
so cute. He was just concerned about me, or she was just concerned about me. No, no, they're trying to
Yeah.
control you.
Yeah.
And then they don't understand. Come on, you got grown women still don't understand sex. You got these little kids out here having sex. They don't understand the impact
Nope.
that does.
Exactly.
And then when you don't do what they tell you to do, and they get that control, now they're raping you, and you find out that's not right, but now you're afraid to tell. So now you're in a relationship that you're afraid to tell people what's really going on.
Yeah.
So why aren't the parents talking about this to their kids? It also states that teens from lower income are more at risk. Why? That don't make sense to me. For that to even be a statement, kids with lower income backgrounds are more at risk of having um, domestic violence within the teens. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
And the abuse usually starts at the age of 13, 14, when they think that everything is lovely, everything is just wonderful. And usually it's with someone that's a little more older than them. So that's even another plus for them. And when you mentioned about the taking pictures and stuff, the sad thing is that a lot of these girls and boys, I'm saying young men, when they're at school and they're sharing these pictures with their supposed to be boyfriend, girlfriend, and then they break up, and then the whole school gets to see your pictures.
Yeah.
And you got to deal with that. You're in a school where people have saw your body parts. So
Hmm.
what is that going to bring? That's going to bring shame. Parents need to understand the signs: depression, anger, bursts of rage because something is going on with them.
Yeah.
And so now everybody's got your pictures. You don't want to go to school, and now we're talking about suicide,
Hmm.
and
Yes.
that happens. They're so ashamed because emotionally they don't know the impact of what they're doing. They're not ready for this. Social media has blown so much out of perspective.
Hmm. Hmm.
And parents need to take, if you're paying the phone bill, get your phone, get your child's phone and look through it. What are you
That
afraid of?
that part. They're
Yeah.
afraid to go see something that they don't want to see.
Well, they need to see it and address it.
Exactly.
They need to see it and address it and not wait until it's too late.
Right. Yeah.
Whole lot of things could come out of that wrong. Whole lot. And
Yeah.
I think the thing that really makes me mad is when I had found out that, a young lady had taken some pictures and gave it to a boyfriend. They broke up a month later, and the whole school found out about it.
Wow.
And that person, she couldn't handle that. Her whole perspective in life just changed.
Changed.
from 100% happy-go-lucky to now just what is it called when it gothic? Now completely gothic.
Mm-hmm.
I knew a young man in Largo High School was in a relationship with someone, and um, he was a gay guy, and he sent some pictures, and they broke up. And I think actually the person was just using him to get the pictures, and then they broke up. And then he got jumped because he got upset, and he totally went gothic. This little dude was so bubbly,
Wow.
so he went totally gothic. And nothing wrong
Mm-hmm.
with a lot of healthy people out here, kind of gothic. You know, nothing. I'm not putting that down. But when they go to that extreme with the black and the dark and the just not want to talk anymore, he just shut himself within himself
Oh, Lord.
because he was so embarrassed. And when I would try to talk to him about it, he couldn't. Only thing he wanted to do was just cry.
Wow.
He couldn't tell his parents what happened.
How could he?
He
He's
couldn't tell
probably
them.
out with some different stuff.
He couldn't tell them. They didn't, first of all, they didn't accept that he was gay. And then
Okay.
for him to say what happened to him and the pictures that he took.
Wow.
Now this was look, I've been here 15 years. This was 17 years ago. Do you know how 17 years ago this happened to him? That stigma was strong on him.
Yeah.
17
Right.
years ago this happened. And shortly after that, he just didn't even talk to people. He just came to school, went to his locker, and just said nothing. He couldn't. Now I don't know how he is now, and I hope he's healthy. I hope he eventually addressed that.
Yeah.
But they don't understand the emotional. It is nothing cute about sending pictures. It's nothing cute about having someone know your whereabouts. It's
Mhm.
nothing cute about having someone tell you you can't have your friends with you. Take all your friends off your pictures, I mean, off your social media. Don't call them anymore. Or you're all day long while you're home, you're on the phone with this person.
Yeah.
You can't get anything done. You're
Because they
neglecting
said,
your own self.
yep, they said 50%, 55% is on the video chat with
That's
somebody.
right. That's right. I've seen it myself. I've seen that. So I know
How
that
get this stuff done? Like, how you being proactive in your own life if you
they're,
got
they're
55% that you on the computer with the person, or y'all FaceTiming and you supposed to be at work. You
hmm
got people losing their jobs because they on the FaceTime
yeah,
when they supposed to be working. These teens not holding no jobs because they can't stay off the FaceTime and the
that's
text
right.
message.
hmm
And especially if your partner is in another state.
hmm
You think you online with somebody in a relationship. Imagine, being here with, like you said, with the stalking piece, where your partner can just pop up on you.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
And a lot of runaways, they're not runaways. They're
They
people that someone convinced them to get on a bus, a train, a plane, whatever, and come visit me. And they thought that
Yeah.
was going to be a quick trip, come back, and they never made it back home.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
hmm
ma'am.
Never made it
And
back.
back home. Because
You have
sex trafficking.
adults, yeah, sex trafficking. You have adults that can't understand relationships. How little children, how teens gonna understand it?
How they supposed to understand it?
No, the complications of it, and then when it hits them really hard.
Yeah.
Hits them
Mhm.
too hard.
Hit
And
hard.
parents that you're gonna have to, parents and grandparents, you're gonna have to monitor them. You have to before you lose them. And Queen, again, I send all my condolences to you about your daughter.
Oh,
Because
yes.
that was just really hard.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Extremely. Because I didn't find out the clues until after the
hmm
but I was dead the entire time. You see what I mean? So
Yeah.
I, I was still there and I knew what was going on. I knew what she was going through. I knew she was feeling, but still, like to go back and look at this stuff is like, was I there? And I know I was there.
hmm
I know I was there trying to do the right thing. Cause in that situation, you can't be a mother like you have to advocate for your child. You
Yes.
literally have to advocate to your child. You have to
Mm-hmm.
break out the education on them. You have to show them. You have to let them hear stories of this stuff that people have. Because there's a lot of children who are just visual. They got to see it. They got to be able to touch it. It's got
Mm-hmm.
to help happen to somebody. You know what I mean? Before they chime into you, really. Because there's a lot of speakers that come in our school system and they be talking out the side of their neck.
Mm-hmm.
And the children be like, who is this guy, Gail, in here, man, talking like this? Like, no.
Yeah.
So they'll zone you out. They will tune you completely out. You see what I mean? So, yeah, with my daughter's story, definitely, that's why I'm saying those clues are important to our mothers and fathers out there, grandmas, because we got our grandmas taking care of their grandchildren,
That's
because
right.
they're not there. They trying to raise teens and be old at the
And
same
they
time.
tired. And they're tired. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they don't really want to be looking through the phone.
No.
No, they don't. But you have to, because they get into so many things on the digital space because
Yeah.
it's see, that's the thing about domestic violence, teen dating violence. It wants you to believe that it's love.
Yeah.
I mean, it wants you to believe that it's loyalty. It wants you to believe that it cares for you when nobody else did not. Domestic violence wants you to believe these things, but guess what? They be showing you something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's so greater with, like you said, them conversations, that manipulation,
Yeah.
you know, grooming part. You know what I mean? When
Mm-hmm.
you grooming that victim, like
Yeah.
in the isolation where she at school, so she not even going to make the call with you. You see me? Because she in a class at 8 that don't get out till 9.
Yeah.
And you talking about call you at 8. You know what I mean? And if you don't call me at 8, you know what I'm gonna do to you.
Yeah.
So then what she got to sneak out the bathroom, sneak out to go to the bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
just to say, I'm still in class, boo. I'm still
Isn't
in
that
class.
something?
Girl,
Oh
somebody
my
got to kick
gosh.
me up off the church floor, honey, because I am done. All right.
Mm-mm-mm.
They will be, and they will watch that time. They will watch that clock move. They will watch that clock when 7:50 come, 7:45. Oh, because you can't be late. You can't be
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
You got before time, but you can't be late. And she goes
Mm-hmm.
to the bathroom and start copping a plea about how she's still in class. And look, boo, I'm trying to do my work. I ain't talking to you, but I need to do my work. And if she don't
Yeah.
check in, if she does not check in, think about those pictures that you just sent them across the computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about those things you done done across the computer, and he holding this stuff over your head. Like, I'm gonna tell her, baby girl, go ahead in that bathroom and handle that call. Baby girl, I'm gonna need you to go into the bathroom and handle that call. Because what we not gonna do is play with this person. And
Yeah.
that could be a female or a male.
And see, that's another thing too. We tell adult women and men how to have an escape route, what to do,
Yeah,
how to get out of it successfully without getting
yeah,
hurt. And people aren't,
yeah.
the teens have to be told that now too.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because
Hmm.
they know nothing about devising the plan. And the young girls have maybe a little bit more inkling about what they would do to devise a plan. The young men have no strategy, no idea about devising no plan. All they know is just to walk away.
Just to walk away.
But you could turn your back on that female
Hmm.
and she could have something waiting for you when you
That's
do.
right.
See, I mean, like I told my young boys at the class that females are boiled that back in the day, they was boiling their water.
Hmm.
They was boiling
They
their water.
were. That's sad. It's not funny, but yeah, they were.
They
Hmm.
was boiling that water and they was boiling that oatmeal because they wanted
The,
to
the,
sit
the, the, the grits, the grits,
the grits
the grits.
boiled on you. You see me? So
Hmm.
you ain't, and some of them sisters are still being raised by their grandmothers today.
Who telling them to
Okay,
do that stuff?
who's telling them,
Who's
look,
telling them?
you better handle that situation.
Hmm.
You better handle that situation. And another one of my sessions this week at Easton, I asked the children, I asked, the female girls who were saying, we don't, I be the one trying to tell him, because she was in there with her boyfriend. I be the one trying to tell him, yeah. And I said, so where your mother and them be
Mm-hmm.
at? She said her mother be right there listening to her cuss her boyfriend out. I
And
said, what? She said, oh yeah, my mom know everything I say to him. I'm not scared to say. She know what I be saying to him. My mom hear everything. Oh, and she was saying that she will cuss him out if he tried to look at another female or try to make her feel like she not the only one. Well, you're
mm,
not the only one.
yeah,
Because just like just like God created thousands of people, males, he created thousands of females.
mm,
Everywhere you walk, he gonna see a young girl.
yeah,
So how's he supposed to not look?
mm-hmm,
And, the girl could be suspicious. You tell
mm-hmm,
them don't look, because men got that intuition in terms of protection.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But she said that her mother be right there listening to, and then another girl was like, my mom do too. I said, oh yeah. And I said, you act just like your mother, don't you? You're very aggressive. She said, yeah.
And
I
where's
said,
that going? And where's
I
that
said,
going to get her? Where's that
I
going to take her to?
it's going to take her straight to the jail cell or straight to 6 feet deep, because you can't
Yeah.
be out doing what you want to do to some of
Mm-hmm.
these. Her little partner was quiet. He was
Mm-hmm.
quiet, and it's unfortunate, but his body language spoke that he was a victim of domestic violence.
There you go.
He,
Yeah. There you go.
he didn't have to say nothing. I watched his body language
That's right.
and watched how she is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the young ladies down here swinging now. They're
Yeah.
swinging. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, they ain't, what's up with them? Because back in y'all time, y'all had fur coats and, good
Yeah.
fur hats and all that. Ain't nobody rolling up getting no blood on our coats and stuff. Girl, ain't nobody spitting on my coat. Okay. And
That's
back
right.
then, my pocketbook, my Gucci bag sugar. Let me tell you what's going to happen with this. It's going
Mm,
home clean,
that's
spotless.
right.
I don't know what y'all be doing.
Yeah.
But again, back to what you mentioned before. We got runaway girls and boys who are living out here on these streets and barely making it.
Mm-hmm. And when I talk to the young men, you know what they say? These girls out here crazy. He said, it
Right?
ain't like your turn. He said, it ain't like your times. He said, they are crazy out here now.
Yeah.
Why? How?
Yes. 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 The research is showing that they perpetrate abuse at the same level. They
Mm-hmm.
perpetrate it right now at the same rate. So you can't say that at this point that it's all teen girls. You can't
No.
say at this point. You can't say that it's all teen boys.
No, you
They
can't say it's on Teen Boys because it's the girls swinging now
it's the
too.
girls. Yes,
On the smallest things. Smallest
yes,
things. They
yes,
want the
yes,
control.
yes. They want to control your eyesight.
Yeah.
Literally, they definitely want to control your eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
Because our young men, there's nowhere in the world that that man is supposed to put his head down. He's supposed to be vigilant of what is going on around you as his girlfriend. You see what I
That's
mean?
right.
Because he has the intuition to protect the family. But they don't
Mm-hmm.
understand that. Oh, no. They don't understand it. Their peoples ain't at the house telling them nothing like that. They tell them
Mm-hmm.
just what that little girl said her mother said. Listening to her put her boyfriend down when he don't give her her way. When
Oh,
he
it's a lot of that going on. And unfortunately, you got the teen moms who using babies to hold that, and I know this is a different subject, but I'm saying that because they're using their babies, then they get violent with the guy if he doesn't do what she wants him to do.
yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely they do. And it's and I don't know why, our teen boys and girls feel like that. And then they always talking about how they in these relationships and stuff. And I say, well, what's important in a relationship? Communication. They tell me communication.
Okay.
And then I say, what's your communication style? Oh, I don't really say a lot.
Yeah, they don't.
Huh?
That's one of the things on here too. Communication. They lack communicational skills. So, but
Very
they closer to still being an adolescent where you
nice.
hit on the playground
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
than being a mature adult. So, how what's their response? Physical.
Right. Okay.
Physical.
So what about when they say sticks and stones will break your bones? Is that the young man or the young girl liking that other person, or is that them potentially exercising valor or
That's what
playing?
I was going to go to. I wrote it there. That's what I was going to go to. You know, it starts when somebody, your child comes home and goes, oh, Johnny was on the playground. He hit me. Oh, he just like you. That's all. He just
Mm-hmm.
like you. No, no. Teach your boy, your young men and your young ladies that you don't. That's not a sign of liking someone.
Right.
That's setting you up for domestic violence. And I would
Right.
tell my sons and other people, hey, don't wrestle with her.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Don't box. Don't do that.
Right.
We don't do no boxing. We don't do no wrestling because that's gonna lead to something else.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. And that's what the young people said too. Like I told them too at the session that that's definitely play fighting. I don't know where y'all got that from. I never play fighted a day in my whole life. Every
No,
fight I had was serious. It
was
was not.
real. Was real.
I never had a
We
fight
ain't
a day.
play fight. If the hands go up, that's a fight.
That's it. That's it. It's a done. We're gonna
Yeah,
be out here all night. It's gonna just get bad. It's gonna get worse because
that's right.
there's no such thing as play fight.
No.
Somebody's gonna get a hit that they not gonna like.
Hmm.
You see what I mean? Um, and that's not because somebody like you. Trust me, that ain't because I like you.
Yeah,
That's not because I like you. I'm willing to whoop your tail. Okay,
that's right.
it's
But a lot of them,
everybody
they
should
don't
keep their hands
understand
to
that.
themselves.
They don't
It's
understand
everybody
that.
should keep their hands to themselves.
Hmm.
That's what it is. It's everybody should keep their hands to themselves.
Keep your hands to yourself. Don't play fight. Don't wrestle with me. Don't pin
Right.
me down. None of that. They have
Yes.
to stop that because it's and then it says that when they do this, then 100% of the time they grow up to be victims and domestic violence abusers.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
more that the person takes the hit, they're going to continue to take the hit as adults. The
Yes,
more the
ma'am.
person does the abusing, he or she will continue to do the abusing
Yes.
until
Right.
they get some help.
Yeah.
Now we'll never eliminate that. They need to get some help.
They definitely do need to get help because I mean it's that serious when your partner can't even what I mean protect you
Hmm.
because you're so worried about him or her looking at another
Looking at
person
somebody. Yeah.
or lusting over somebody. Come on, and then the abuser will use those tactics
Hmm.
because they got to go get with the other victim anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because you not the only victim that they in a relationship with. It
That's
ain't
right.
happening like that, son. It's not happening like that in teen dating relationships either. You not my only girlfriend. I know you want me to be your only man, but I'm not.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I can tell you that. So I gotta start a fight.
Yeah.
I gotta pick something with you.
Yeah. So
So
he
I
can leave or she
so I
can
can go
leave.
on to the next victim.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Because I ain't got, what I mean? I told them that I was gonna be with them tonight because they probably got their check. They
Hmm.
probably got some money, you know what I mean? Or they probably say, look, boo, I want us to go out tonight. So yeah, they gonna cause ruckus with that other victim because they gotta get to the boo that's taking them out tonight.
That's right. Did you see the I think it's on TikTok. And someone sent it to me. I'll send it to you. The video of the young lady in Waldorf, and she completely destroyed
I saw
her
it.
boyfriend's apartment because he didn't get her something for Valentine's Day.
Yes, I
That's
see.
insane.
I see
The
it now.
damage.
I'm trying
That's
to tell
that's not even crazy. That's just cray cray. That's just you just completely gone.
straight disrespected that man.
Yes.
And it didn't just not start with
No.
what she did on it. She been
Hmm.
respecting him.
That's right.
He could have been at the point where he was trying to leave, trying to leave. He don't have the he don't
Mm-hmm.
have the strategies to be able to leave her.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So our young men think sleeping with him, sexing him, and sexing on the phone or the computer, that's gonna make them stop. It
Mm-hmm.
does, it escalates it all the way out of control.
And see, the bad thing is when they break up, then they start talking on the phone. Oh, we just friends. We just
Hmm.
friends now. And
Friends
then,
with
oh,
benefits.
he want to go to the movies with me now. But I thought
Uh-huh.
y'all were broke up.
Right. Yes, girl. You talking about the back and forth.
Yeah, it's the back and forth
Back and
stuff
forth.
until somebody gets hurt.
Yeah. They
Mm-hmm.
do it all the time until somebody sit up and get hurt. And
Yeah,
then they say, Queen, I never thought, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I knew that joker could murder my daughter. And I told her, you got me messed up. I knew he could murder my child. I told her, you're not supposed to put nothing past nobody.
that's right.
You're not supposed to put nothing past nobody. As soon as somebody start showing you their behavior,
Yeah,
and most
believe
times
them.
it's gonna start
Believe them.
off verbal.
Yeah,
Soon as they start escalating that verbal abuse, you better believe that it's four other tags that can follow that one.
that's
Okay?
right.
Which be your emotional abuse, your financial abuse, sexual abuse, and physical abuse. You know, you got to put a stop to it right then and there. I said, young man, how is it that a female is able to jack you up in your collar? You
Mm-hmm.
be jacking them up in the collar. Sis, you would never touch my gear.
Yeah.
You would never touch my gear. Like I said, my stuff
Mm-hmm.
costs a little money, shorty. You're not
Mm.
doing that to me.
That's
Okay?
right.
If you ready to throw down. Now, if
But
you
let's
ready
go
to
to the money part of it too, though, because there's a lot of teens out here that are saying, "Oh, he
accept
got
it,
to get my hair done. He got to get my nails done. He got to pay this. He got to pay that." What happened to you just doing it yourself?
girl,
That's
they
a part
get
of control too.
ooh, girl, they
You too
got
young at 16 or
oh,
17 saying, "Oh, he gonna get my hair, my nails done. Or he buying
yes,
me these shoes. Or he got that bag for me." What?
girl, yes,
So that's why
yes,
a lot of teens don't want to work anymore because they're being provided. They're being taken care of.
that's
The
right.
boys don't want to go to work. They're doing their little side thing or whatever. People can't get teenagers to come to work now.
Mm-mm,
Where you getting
no,
your money from? What you doing? How your nails get done? How your hair get done? Where you get them shoes from?
9 times out of 10, they got somebody older.
Older. Mm-hmm.
They got somebody older who they getting this stuff from. Because ain't
Mm-hmm.
nowhere in the world you supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, having all of that at 15.
That's
You
right.
know? And then I said, some of y'all in school right now, but y'all know y'all missed the riding up and down the street to check and
Mm-hmm.
make sure y'all in school.
Mm-hmm.
You know the mister's waiting on that. You know the missus could be waiting on that because that's how much you know, control that they got over. That's how
Oh, I went to a baby shower on Saturday, and I had my oldest grandson with me. And we pulled up to the gas station, and I had my music playing, and I could hear somebody talking to him. I'm like, wait a minute now, who's this? Who's talking to him? He don't know nobody around here. So
mhm,
he gets back, and I look, and I say, it's an older woman, about in her 40s, talking to him.
right.
So he gets in the car, and I said, so what happened? What was she saying? Oh, she wanted to know what kind of tennis shoes I got on. I said, I won't say what I said.
Because it was about to go down at the gas station.
I said,
How old is
lady,
he though?
don't play with me.
How old is he?
Well, he's 25.
Oh, okay, he older, but still,
He older, but no, lady, don't
it's
play with
just
me. You
fresh
every bit of 40 something. Like, lady, get in your car. Go on now. Go,
he was
go.
trying to bust a cougar move on that too.
Yes. He call me Moo Moo. He go, Moo Moo. All the older ladies always trying to talk to me. I said, boy, don't play with me.
He don't know they would chew him up and spit him out. He better go on about his business
That's
for
what I
real.
tell you about going about. Yeah. I'm like,
Because yes,
lady,
they
you
be
better
chew
get
him
in
up.
your car and go about your business. You
Girl, and
almost
then
look like you're 50.
they be trying to get pregnant. They
Yeah.
be trying to have that last baby with a young man too. It's
For
crazy.
real?
Now,
Now I ain't
young,
heard that one.
yes, they be trying to have the last baby with a young man.
So,
Yes, they do.
mm. But now you
Um,
got the older women out here messing with the young guys in high school.
yes, and
High
they
school.
baby. They want their lineage to be long, or that man ain't at home, he ain't doing something right. That you willing to take a risk like that?
I
Why
take a
are you?
baby.
Yeah, why are you willing to take a risk like that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like something going on that woman could be missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
and
she
I
missed
think,
that opportunity for sure.
girl, she sure. See, and then she don't know moo moo. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm
sure
like,
ain't
lady, you better get in your lady, you better get in your car and go on up, go get in your car now.
going up the road, honey. Because
Yeah, go on up the road.
girl, but they you
Mm-mm.
got for the young men, they do,
Mm-hmm.
especially online. Especially online. They be
Mm-mm.
hitting them up in the DM and all that, especially online. And I told the boys, I said, look, y'all too sexy. The young men in my group, y'all too
Mm-hmm.
sexy. Y'all got to stop being sexy on all these social media sites, right? I
Yeah.
said, y'all see what you got in your phone. I went to all their phones.
Did you?
I said, pull your picture list up. Let me see what's going on because y'all be ranching up in these phones.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, when I got to the phone, ain't nobody had nothing in their phone.
Yeah.
Them little bit of pictures, they showed me 3 pictures. Oh, let me see some more there. Oh no, See, when I start scrolling down,
You got to stop.
you got to. Oh no, we don't want to hurt your feelings, Miss Queen. Go on, girl. Yeah,
Stop.
I ain't
Mm-mm.
say, look, let me look in this phone, see what you got in your phone. Because y'all young men just too sexy on these sites too.
Mm-hmm.
They too sexy on these sites too. They always coming for the females.
Yeah.
But you got men on there talking about they doing massages with women and they be putting them in all these kind of sexual
I've
positions.
I've seen that.
You
Mm-hmm.
saying that, right? That's gonna
I've
be a young
seen
guy
it.
out there that's gonna say I can do that same thing 10 times better
Yeah.
and end up getting into something that he
Mm-hmm.
never mean to get into.
And that's when we go back to the maturity part. They're not mature for that. They're not mature for that.
Amen.
Mm-mm.
Especially if you was the victim of sexual assault or something like that, you not ready. Our young brothers gotta get help to work on that piece before you start. And even if the predator was a female, a grown woman, you
Mm-hmm.
still
Mm-hmm.
to get our young men counseling for that because it does mess with their
It
psyche.
messed with their psyche. Yeah. They
It
said
does.
more men and women, well, when they're young, as they grow older, they 9 out of 10 they become alcoholics or they're on drugs because they
Yeah,
couldn't handle and cope with what they went through with their body before
yeah,
they were mature enough to handle it.
exactly. That's gonna be the
Hmm.
same for young men. Correct.
Hmm.
That's the same for young men. Correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah, that's definitely for yeah. Hmm.
and it's
That's for the
right.
young men too.
It's right. It's for our females and our young men because if you think about it, we all got one brain. It's pretty much going to do the same thing with the same information. Yeah,
Hmm.
but it's the coping strategies that we put in place that will make that person successful or not successful in their
And
healing.
dads or role models, male role models, they need to stop telling their sons, "Oh man, yeah, go and hit that."
Yep.
Yeah, and they much older. Yeah, I'm proud of you, son. Go and do that.
Yes. Yes,
Don't
they
live
do.
through your child's eyes,
Yes, they do it.
cause you're setting your child up.
Yeah. Or did
Hmm.
your family put you up to do that? 9 times out of 10, his family told him to do it.
Hmm.
And they think they be keeping the tradition. Boom.
Hmm.
Tradition of sexual abuse. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's sexual abuse.
It's
No,
sexual abuse. Who in the world does that? Who in the world think that is okay? But you had people in the South who was thinking that was okay.
yeah,
The country living just have taught us a lot of things emotionally and verbally that were inappropriate from the start.
very, very inappropriate. Very inappropriate.
From the start, when you was a teenager and when I was a teenager, there was things being said that I know
Hmm.
today, and I'm sure you know today, that just never should have been said.
Should never been said. Mm-mm.
It should have never been said. Or
Hmm.
they was back there speaking with their feelings. They wasn't literally thinking about what they were saying.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? But you know that hurt you. You
It was
telling me,
a lot of lack of protection for children.
yes, yes, yes. For
Hmm.
their, I think more so for their mental.
Yeah.
I think back then, mentally and emotionally, our young people was not protected because y'all parents said that y'all couldn't talk back or express y'all feelings because they was feeding y'all.
Hmm.
They had
That's
food on the
right.
table. You know, I got a roof over your head.
That's
You
right.
know, didn't you just get something new? Didn't I just do this? Didn't I just buy y'all ice cream? See, back then they was really bad with it, linking their feelings and their hurt to materialistic stuff. So we
Yeah.
wonder why that young girl today will accept that ring. You know what I mean? Or he will accept that chain. It's
Mm-hmm.
nothing out of the ordinary. It's their normal. It's
Yeah.
what they've been teaching us this entire time.
That's right.
They have gone down from generations to generation. And it should have never been done. You had the pedophiles back then linking money to the sex. And you
Yeah.
wonder why she's a stripper. And that's
Yeah.
really all she know to do.
That's all she know to do.
All
Hmm.
of them not in there for college. Because they trying to pay their medical bills and take care of their children. All of them not there for that.
That's right.
Some of them, that's all they know is to put money with that sex act
Hmm.
to make it appear okay, to make it feel like, okay, I'm getting through it. It's sort of a coping method. Some of our strippers out here use stripping as a coping method
Yeah.
to try to sober that traumatic experiences
Yeah.
they had. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes a lot of sense.
We don't mention it as a coping method. It is a
Hmm.
coping method.
Yeah.
Prostitution and stripping and all those things can very well be coping methods for that male or female victim who was, sexually assaulted as a child.
Well, in the black exploitation movies, they show you that.
Mhm.
They show you. That's why they got to be called daddy and all that other stuff. They show what their childhood was and why they are the way that they are. But they put that in the movies right in front of us. But you didn't get that. You didn't get that message then.
No, you didn't. And we had a lot of fortune. At one point, it was a lot of fortunate black people out here
It
who
was. It really was.
it really was. It
Yeah.
was a lot of black brothers and sisters that was doing their own businesses that
That's right.
that took over the parents' businesses. And we was living a normal life. And this
Yeah.
is sort of after slavery.
Yeah.
I feel like we were starting to come up after slavery and tore
That's
our
right.
people.
Hmm.
We was coming resilient, like we was going to turn this stuff around.
Yeah.
But
And then they
that's
found a way to stop it.
I'm trying to tell you. But now the coping methods has changed. The reason why we driven is changed.
Yeah.
It's not like how our parents was driven about, having spaces and places where we could buy our own houses and everything like that. They was driven by that
Yeah. That's right.
back, back in the day. You see what I mean? So today we not driven by that. We
Mm-mm.
driven by, like you said, trying to fall in love with somebody when we ain't even ready for that.
No.
Why is it that every teen girl and boy think that they gonna have the white picket fence? Who told you that lie?
Hmm.
All of us are not gonna have that white picket fence, baby. I can tell
No.
you that right now.
Yeah. That's right.
But we society make it feel like we got to do the white picket fence. And if we don't have that, then we don't have a family.
Yeah.
When that is bogus.
That's true.
Statistics where there is a lot of single moms who take very good care of their children.
That's right.
Okay, it's a lot of single mothers out here that is doing that. It's a lot of single dads
That's doing the
that are
same
out here
thing. Yep. Doing the best
that
they can. Hmm.
they are taking very good care of their children. And the things that them parents know that they can't give, they try to look for special programs and positive things and ways to try to give it to the child.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Because they know they might not be able to, help that girl out because I'm a man. It's
Hmm.
just something that she gonna need that I can't help her with.
That's right.
You see what I mean? But when I'm in a session with my young men And I'm having to tell them, bring your own condoms. You never accept a condom from a female.
Mm-hmm.
Never accept a condom from. You bring your own protection, okay? Because they think that, and I had to bust their bubble, that every female who punching holes in the condoms, all of them not trying to get pregnant. Some of them trying to give you a venereal disease.
Mm.
All of them are not trying to get pregnant when they put that hole in it. Some of them got something for your butt, something that's gonna take you a minute to see, something that you didn't see on her. You see what I mean? He don't
Yeah.
have to be in no outbreak, or he don't have to be in no outbreak to get herpes. You don't have to be in an outbreak to do that. You
Yeah.
see me? Or HIV. You ain't got to be in no outbreak to get no. You can't even see that.
No.
You can't even see that. Our brothers and sisters, our brothers and our sisters need to bring their own protection too. And the brothers definitely need to have their own protection
Because that's
going.
on the rise,
Come on
especially
now.
in DC.
The cases is getting crazy out here.
Cases are getting crazy.
So we got to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that we're covering, those necessary hard topic dinner
So, Queen,
table conversation.
what would you tell the parents now? What would you tell them to look out for with their kids?
You definitely got to watch them clues. Like you said, you got to check
Mm-hmm.
them phones and stuff. You got to check, why your daughter sitting there on the phone with this guy every time you turn around.
Yeah.
Like she don't have no job, or she don't have a
Mm-hmm.
school to attend. Why you go to the bathroom at 2 a.m. in the morning and she on the phone?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or you see the light on the phone, she texting or talking to somebody. Same thing for our young men. Why are we not paying attention? We should be paying attention to those things
Yeah.
from their phone,
Mm-hmm.
not just from us following them, but from their phone. I
Yeah.
didn't have my daughter's phone because the police took it
Mm-hmm.
and had it, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't get the information that, but the information that I actually needed was on Twitter.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So making sure that we tapping into those particular clues of our children having that device in their hand constantly when they know they should be at school, when the device is making you drop grades, like you ain't a B student no more, you a CD student now. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, how much of that phone are
Mm-hmm.
they? You see what I mean? Because the teacher, especially in high school, not gonna keep running around and telling no high school student, put your phone up.
That's right.
They're gonna be keep doing it. Okay, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get a 0 for the day. Okay, they might get a 0 for the day, but they just sat up here and was on that phone in your period like every time. So we got to pay attention to those clues. We got to make sure that we are having the transparent conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get out of our zone of what goes on in my house stays in my house, because you can reach out anonymously. You can reach out anonymously to different places and spaces and say, hey, I need some help. I
Yeah.
think the child is a little such and such and such. Or you ask some questions. What would you do like you just did? What would you do? What would you say? You know what I mean? Or what can I say? What can I do to help
Mm-hmm.
my child understand that it's important that we have these conversations, even though they're uncomfortable. But you got too many parents who have not resolved their own trauma.
That's right.
We have too many of those.
Mm-hmm.
And so the child never gets to ask the questions that they need to ask. They're who, what, when, and why. Because my story is not your story.
That's right.
Your journey is not my journey. My journey is not your journey.
Mm-hmm.
So parents got to get out their own way and stop thinking that if they reverse that. Matter of fact, my little young guy say tough love. That's not what it is. So you
Mm-hmm.
call yourself tough loving your child, but you telling him, or you ain't nothing. You know what I mean? You dumb. Like
Oh yeah.
when I was age, that would have never went off. You saying those things to try to reverse the psychology and make it seem like you're saying something positive, when in fact
Yeah.
the brain knows better than that. You're saying something
Mm-hmm.
negative, right? And then you trying to link it to love. Tough
Well,
don't go
you
with love.
you remember that old saying, don't if they tell you that they love you, don't believe that. Well, half
Don't
these kids out here want to hear that. They
they
want to
want
hear that. So that
they want
doesn't work.
it doesn't work.
Mm-mm.
No, just telling them just don't believe that. And them little short things we be giving them,
Yeah.
don't do it because I'm telling you not to. But the child
Mm-hmm.
will say, why? Why you telling me this?
Mm-hmm.
The parents don't even want to answer the children's why questions. So they
Yeah.
come on the computer and look for me to answer their why questions.
Mm-hmm.
You see? It's
Yeah.
not my fault the parent not doing their job.
That's right.
And at that moment, I'm about to get your son to come and meet me at a park. And he's never going to return home. So then what?
Mm-hmm.
You said when that child is saying why, we need to answer the who, what, when, where, why, how questions for our young people. Because if you don't, they're going to get it
Yeah.
behind your back.
That's right.
And it's not going to be
Somebody's
pretty.
going to teach them the wrong why.
Say so, okay?
Yeah.
And what's the other one they say? Child would say, how did I get here? So they basically saying, how was I conceived? Through the birds and the bees. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Did your parents tell you what? The birds and the bees? What the? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So all the abuser got to say, oh, that's what your parents teaching you? Okay, well, let me see what I can say since you.
Since you're going to be that gullible.
Okay, since your parents got you over there gullible as hell. Because if you say that to the abuse, they're going to be saying, oh, no, I can teach you what love is.
That's right.
I can show you what love is.
Mm-hmm.
Birds told you it was from the birds and the bees. I can show you what love really is.
Mm-hmm.
And birds and the bees.
Yeah.
Stop telling our young people that when they got here, they got to get through the birds and the bees.
Mm-hmm.
See how
Well,
we say those things?
I hope they're not still saying that though. Gosh.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They saying that.
What?
Yes, they are still saying that.
Mm.
That you can see through birds and bees. If you ain't telling my babies that they have a vagina, right?
Yeah.
You tell them they got a pie. You tell them they got a pee.
Mm-hmm.
You telling them that they got here from the birds and the bees.
Yeah. Then you're
Telling
setting them up to be gullible.
you setting them up to fail
That's
and go
right.
out there searching for what real love is.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? So we gotta make sure that we're always using the appropriate language.
Yeah.
Come to our young people that is linked to real terminology, real
Mm-hmm.
facts, real words in the dictionary that
That's
the
right.
child can research and see. Oh, well, dang, mommy did tell me that she said that when I come on my period or whatever, I'm ovulating, the sperm is going to hit my egg, and that is a way for me. We don't do that. We talking about the
Mm-mm.
birds. They better get out of my face. Where your parents at? Where your parents at? Where your parents at? Because your parents need to be up in the classroom, because if they telling you that, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because they setting you up to find out what real love is.
Mm-hmm.
When that old man be like, come on, you coming to my house today? And she been promising to come over his house.
Yeah.
He not gonna let you off the hook. What about coming over their house?
Mm-hmm.
He gonna at some point.
And parents need to check to make sure their kids are at school.
They definitely do, girl.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that they do is that they only go up to the children's school when they doing something bad.
Oh, I
They
know
don't
that.
go to school just to say, let me check in with my baby, and
Yeah.
let her know, what I mean. I'm on point with their education. Ain't no
Mm-hmm.
grown man gonna be coming up here and pick my child up and drop her
That's
off,
right.
pick her up and drop her off, because I'm very fluent at the school. See what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So they gonna the principal, everybody gonna know me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That they see my child get into a foreign car, they going, oh no. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I can tell his parent right now. I know
Mm-hmm.
that right. You know what I mean? But we don't have parents that's that interested or
Anymore. That's right. They're not.
or just can't. You know what I mean? Because they got their own trauma that hinders them
Mm-hmm.
from telling their children the truth of what their trauma is. So they manipulate the situation, and it starts
Mm-hmm.
off to be a manipulator and a liar too.
Mm-hmm.
See, so and children can lie better than old people can in on any given day, right?
That's right. That's right. They sure
They know
can.
how to swindle us so good, honey, because we ain't got time to be figuring out. Uh, excuse me, we ain't got time to be doing all that. It's a lot going on. Like we need to be having a conversation, so we know that somewhere in there our child's gonna come to us. You see what I mean? We need to be
Mm-hmm.
transparent about what we're going through in our life because the child will come to us and share things about when they was 13. So you got to share when you was 13.
That's right.
You got to share when you was 12.
Without trying to be their buddy. Stay in
Without
your parent place
right,
and tell them what you did or what you experienced without trying
right.
to be their buddy.
Yes, it's the best teacher.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best teacher. And it goes back to what a lot of us would say on various occasions that if I'm a crackhead trying to get on crack, I don't want to talk to a professor. I want to talk to another crackhead, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Through your thick skull. That's and the child feels the same way. I don't want to talk to somebody else about it, but you don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So now when I get somebody to talk to me about it, you telling me don't talk to them either.
That's right.
So who I'm supposed to ask? Who I'm supposed to talk to?
So
Oh,
so the kids, do they go to the counselor anymore? Do they? What is
some
the counselor saying?
some of them do and are not afraid to go to the counselor.
Mm-hmm.
And even in their school setting like that, they do have groups our young people can attend, little groups and things about
Okay.
those hard topic dinner
Good.
table conversations and really start to open up. But how many of us gonna open up like that in front of our other friend?
Yeah.
Like how many of us gonna really say what it really is? So group for the school system is just on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really wants to get deep. But when I came in there just this past week, I got deep with them
Mm-hmm.
because they need to see beyond the trees.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They need to see beyond the trees that I could actually be abusive to him. Like I'm actually abusive to him.
Mm-hmm.
And that young boy was in a position where his body language spelled victim of domestic violence. His body language spelled it. And at the end of the session, I said, everybody give me something they learned. He said he learned he not a candidate for a relationship.
What? Well, good for him.
I said, hold on. Boo boo. Ask the counselors up Easton. I hit the floor, baby. I was in the floor, you heard me. And the aggressive girlfriend was right beside him when he said it. I said,
And what was her body language after he said that?
her body language was always the same. She had her shoulders up here and she like, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever. It's whatever. I try to tell him to talk. I try to get him to be open up about it. I want him to. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You like him sitting like he's a nobody.
A punching bag.
You like him sitting and looking like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody. See what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
He was a thicker young guy, so she might could be throwing that in his face. There ain't nobody gonna want you.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So his behavior told
Mm-hmm.
me
Yeah.
that he's a victim of domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
Teen dating violence. He a victim of it.
That's right.
And then it was another,
TDV.
yes, it was another couple in there. The young lady said nothing my entire session. She had nothing to say. Everything that I was saying was rubbing her in the right direction, but in her mind, the wrong direction. And who
Mm-hmm.
she is coming up in here telling me what's going on with me. You see
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't go to school and tell them what's going on with them. See what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
that's not my fault. That's not my fault. I'm here to get you to sit up straight. Everything about her body language spelled victim of domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I had a couple male and female victims in my session, and
Okay.
their partners were there. The abuser
Mm-hmm.
was with them on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least I got the aggressive sister to talk. She was going in about her emotions and her feelings. She was letting it be known.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't, right? But that other couple, they ain't say nothing. The entire session. They said nothing, which lets me know, oh, okay, so they be doing it.
So out that whole group and the couples that were there, who do you think got if you had who do you think got into a fight tonight then?
From there,
Yeah.
the
Because I'm
couple,
sure one person did.
the couple who said nothing,
Yeah.
the female and the male guy who had nothing to say. But
Mm-hmm.
what I would say is that she kept her head down a
Mm-hmm.
lot in the session. He did not. He was engaged.
Mm-hmm.
She was not.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I was saying things to make him rationalize what he could actually be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he don't really know like the depths of it.
Yeah.
That's what kind of vibes he was giving me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she couldn't even look up. And when
Yeah.
I went over there to her to say, sis, what's two things you learned? That head was in her. Oh, I said, okay, I'm gonna pass and go to the next person. Oh, she took her face and just shut her face down in her arm. You know how you put your head in your elbow?
Yeah.
And she did that. When I came over, it was like, give me two things you learned.
Then she's really
She
hurting.
can't, she cannot say a word. She can't say a word
Then
while
she's really hurting then.
she is really, really hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not the only one. She's not the only one. That's how they be. That's why you need somebody who can come in there and just tell them straight up what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? Just to get them to thinking. Even if they don't say nothing, which I don't care. She was in that session.
That's right. She heard it.
She heard it. And
Mm-hmm.
she was feeling what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But she can't show no signs of help.
Yeah.
She can't show that.
Well, let's give them this 1-800 number.
Go ahead and get a 1-800 number
The one
out
eight
there.
hundred number. If you're a teen, unfortunately, if you're going through something, please tell your parents, tell a counselor, tell a responsible adult in your family. You can reach out to Queen, and you can also call this number, which is 1-800-799-SAFE.
Yep. 1-800-799-SAFE. 1-800-799-SAFE.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you can do that anonymous. Don't do that while your partner's around, and try not to use devices that your partner know about
Mm-hmm.
that you're on, because they do go through your text messages. They do go through your recent calls and your missed calls, and they will check different apps to make sure that you're not seeking out the help that is readily for that victim. The victim has to be willing to strategize.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to strategize in secret in order to, start that process of leaving the relationship. We want to just thank everybody that chimed in tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Tina tonight. Tina was at Luke Seymour. Before I close out, Tina was at Luke Seymour. Now she had one day at Luke Seymour. They enjoyed her, right? She got
Yeah.
the second day at Luke Seymour, and they
That's
enjoyed her.
good.
Let me say
Mm-hmm.
something about that school. If you don't come in right,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't talking to nobody in there.
Really? Okay.
If you don't coming in right, they ain't embracing you.
Mm-hmm.
That school only going to embrace the real.
Yeah.
They only going to embrace the real like this. So when Tina mentioned that she actually had a good experience, and her liaison is here saying it was 2 days at Luke. Yeah, she was there for 2 days at Luke.
Mm-hmm.
And when they accept you, then you accept it.
That's right.
Because the young people over there at that school, they not having it.
Mm-hmm.
They want to talk to another crackhead. They ain't trying to talk to no counselor, school counselor, some of the things that
who
we do.
can't who doesn't know the experience, just the
Who
book.
don't know what the experience is. They just do text message,
Yeah, the book.
book,
Mm-hmm.
textbook. So I say that to say that Tina must be doing an amazing job
Good
because
for her and good for
they
them.
her on both days over at Luke Seymour. And everybody that's in DC, y'all know Luke Seymour ain't no school to play with.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? So I'm happy about that. So Tina, kudos to you, girl, for stepping out there and doing what you love to do, and that is embrace our young people and share that story with them. Now, if you've been accepted to Luke Seymour Tier, you can go to any school in the world you want to go to. Okay?
Yeah.
Queen on that.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, Renee Michelle was having tonight. She was having technical difficulties, so we'll try to catch up. But we love you too, Renee. We know that you not here, but you here in spirit. We do know
That's
that.
right. That's right.
Okay.
I'm sure she
Peace
was
and love.
listening.
Yes, girl. Okay. We
Okay.
ain't
Peace
about
and love. Blessings.
because Renee Michelle has a gun now.
Mm.
She's a whole police officer. All right.
Oh, good for her.
You gonna
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and embrace her tonight, okay? At first she was scared about the gun. She ain't like the weapons at first.
Uh-huh.
Now she is a whole police officer. All right. So kudos to you, Renee Michelle. Thank you for giving out your energy to the young people, mothers and fathers, resources and everything that you do in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Check the clues. Go to social media and check your children's clues to make sure to see if you need to reach out because they could be contemplating an abusive relationship. Peace and
That's
love,
right.
everybody. Thank you for chiming in.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Thank you for chiming in, everybody.
Mm.
Y'all know what I'm looking for. It's about to go down. We got to close out right. And do I hear anything? Yeah.
This is Young Motive, and I have a topic today that's often overlooked.
Look.
Domestic violence. Domestic violence wears many tags. So Queen Afia, if you're listening, check it out. Domestic violence. It has to stop. The kids are crying. It's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone. Young Motive is back with the topic of the day. It's a crucial situation that we all must pay more attention to. It's bringing families down. You know me, I know the truth, and I'ma spread it around. It usually happens at home behind closed doors, but it's spreading through high schools and college dorm floors. For the victim, it's like they got their head in the noose from all the scars of the physical and verbal abuse. Men do it to women, women do it to men. It's a cycle that happens over and over again. It's disturbing and far from bliss, and each and every child is emotionally affected by this. I think it's time we bring the dark to the light, to stop the 911 calls in the middle of the night. So I'm reaching out, and I hope it's worth my while. It's erasing the bond between man, woman, and child. Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying. It's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone. Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying. It's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone. Stop and think about it. This is your significant other. Why would you want your son to see you put your hands on his mother? Leaving little man shook. It's really a bad look. How you supposed to concentrate and keep his head in the book? How's your daughter supposed to look up to dad? Don't you know that you're the first male role model she's ever had? The saying goes, a woman wants a man like a father. So what you telling her? To accept this from a man, you gotta watch how you talk to whoever you with. Words hurt, people forgive, but never forget. I guess it's up to a teen to teach these things. It's just my expression of how why MCs sting. Seek a shelter from mayhem, they won't doubt you. And there's all types of programs to reach out to. No need to feel ashamed, cause it's not your fault. And this evil way of living has to come to a halt.
Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying, it's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our